So today we're here in Upson County, and I'm in the county seat of Thomaston, Georgia, and I found this yellow metal building here that's abandoned. It has a space available sign on the billboard behind it advertising that it's available for rent or purchase. Don't know what it was used for at one time. There's what looks like a trailer that was used for smoking meat sitting down here on the end, so I don't know if maybe it was some sort of restaurant or catering or something like that, but we'll go ahead and get a couple shots of that. We'll see what else we can find in Upson County. Alright, so the next building that I found in Thomaston, Georgia for Upson County is this one here, the Hong Kong Express Chinese Cuisine. I looked in the windows and it looked like they could still be open for business, maybe just closed due to COVID or something, but I did a Google search and on 4 different websites I found the same phone number, and one of those websites was the local Chamber of Commerce, but when I called the number it was for a lady's personal phone, and she said she has no idea because she's had the number for a few years now, but people call her all the time trying to reach this restaurant. So I have a feeling they're out of business. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and we'll see what else we can find. Okay, so the next building that I found in Thomaston in Upson County is this abandoned Taco Bell here. You can tell it's no longer in business because they got brown paper taped up over the windows with blue masking tape, and the old Taco Bell sign up here on the post is gone, but the lower sign says they're now hiring at a new location. So apparently they just relocated to a new place where hopefully they can get more traffic and more business. But we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and then we'll move on. Okay, so the next building I found in Thomaston is right here along Highway 109, I believe it is, and it's an abandoned Rite Aid. Now, if you've been following this channel and watching the videos, you know I've photographed and filmed a lot of abandoned Rite Aids. I've tried reaching out to Rite Aid Corporation to find out what the story is behind all of their stores in the southeast being abandoned now, but nobody's ever gotten back to me. So we'll go ahead and get some shots of this and then we'll move on. Okay, so the next building that I found in Upson County, still here in Thomaston, Georgia, is this abandoned state building that belonged to the state of Georgia. On the end here, the faded sign says DCS, which I believe is Department of Child Services or Children and Youth, something like that. We'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and then we'll see what else we can find. Okay, so the next building that I found in Thomaston, Georgia is this yellow and white building behind me. No idea what it used to be. It's just an open storefront with lots of glass, but it's definitely abandoned. So we'll go ahead and get a couple shots of this and then we'll move on. Alright, so we're still here in Upson County. We're on our way to Yatesville right now, so we're between Thomaston and Yatesville, and I found this old tavern here. It's kind of confusing because it looks like at one time it said Bundy's Tavern, and then later it was changed to Andy's Tavern, so I'm not sure which name is the correct one or if both of them were. It was 2 different people that owned it at different times. But we're going to go ahead and get some shots of this, and then we'll see what we can find in Yatesville. Alright, so we're here in the city of Yatesville, and the first building I found is this old abandoned gas station. No signage on it, so I don't know what the name of it was at one time, but it's apparently been closed for at least about 12 years because the last price on the gas sign of $3.69 a gallon would have been during the recession back in 2008-2009 time frame. So I believe it's probably been closed for about 11-12 years now. Okay, so the next building I found in Yatesville is this nondescript brick building. Looks like it could have been a used clothing store at one time, or even a bank many years ago. I'm talking decades ago. There is a sign off on this end piece that's open that says syrup shed, so maybe somebody boils maple syrup out of that little compartment. I don't know, but we'll go ahead and get some shots of this and then we'll move on. Okay, the next building that I found in Yatesville is this NPS Feed Seed store. They also used to carry clothing and dry goods and stuff like that. They were probably a lot like the Agway feed stores back home in my home state of Pennsylvania that were a feed and seed store, but they carried hardware, they carried farm clothing, all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll get a couple of shots of this, and it looks like we might have a couple of more buildings here in Yatesville. Okay, so the next building I found in Yatesville is this blue building here that just says Yatesville on it. I'm thinking it could have at one time possibly been the town hall building or something like that, or from the design of it, it could have even been some sort of sale barn. We have a lot of those back in my home state of Pennsylvania where they used to have weekly sales of cattle and pigs and chickens and other livestock because it was largely farm community area. So we'll do some research on this. Hopefully somebody watching the video can fill in some gaps in the comments down below. All right, the next building I found in Yatesville is this brick and stone building here. I'm not sure what it was. It's kind of nondescript. There's no signage or anything like that. But from the size and the design of the building, it could have many years ago been an old fire station because you see the double doors in the front are big enough to get the older style fire trucks in and out, which were much smaller than the ones we have today. Looking in the windows, there's a lot of steel I-beams as part of the ceiling assembly area, a lot of metal trestle work up in there, which would be indicative of that kind of building. But hopefully somebody can fill in some of the blanks. If you can, please leave a comment down below. Okay, so the next building I found in Yatesville for Upson County is this diner here. I can't quite tell. I think I said Yatesville Diner at one time on the faded sign up above. It looks like it's been closed for quite a long time, although there is a newer like barbecue and catering trailer parked over here on the corner that looks like it's fairly new. So maybe the person that originally had the diner is now just doing catering, and the restaurant is actually closed for good. But we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this. All right, the 14th and final building that I found for Upson County, also here in Yatesville, is this red brick building here. It's kind of nondescript, and you can tell it's been gutted. Most everything is gone now. The roof isn't even there, and it's kind of a mess. I'm not sure what it might have been at one time. Hopefully one of my viewers can tell me in the comments down below. It does sit diagonally across from the first red brick building that I shot earlier when I first came into town. So maybe that'll help give somebody an idea of which building I'm referring to. This will wrap up Upson County. I want to thank you again for watching the video and supporting this channel. Please make sure you hit the like on the video, subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you can be notified when the next video releases, and I will see you next time.